record. So just so we have your consent on the recording, okay? So Maria, do I have your permission to record this interaction to share with your professor?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. So if you'd like a copy of our privacy notice, you can download it from our website, musion.com/privacy notice. So let's just talk a little bit about the logistics of the session. You will have about 15 minutes to run the scenario. Time permitting, we may be able to run through portions of the simulation again. And at the end of the simulation, I will return to guide you to reflect about your experience. And if at any point you do feel overwhelmed or you feel that you cannot continue the simulation, you can say pause simulation and I will return to address any concerns you may have. Just so you know, the students can all write, raise their hands, and participate in a pair and share or a turn and talk. However, if you ask the avatars to do something outside of the limitations of the program, like giving a choral response or giving a thumbs up, an avatar will say, "The principal says," and reference that action. That is your cue to move on. That means they can't do it. It's okay. That's just, if you hear the principal says, that means that that's something they can't do. Um, if there are any technical problems, like you can't hear something or there's something happening, just ask for me, Nina, and I will help you address it. All right.
All right.
Okay. So, any final questions?
So I will be interacting with students, right?
Yes, you're going to see briefly in a second, you're going to see 5 students before you.
Hmm.
And once you see them, the simulation will have begun. Do you have any other questions?
No.
All right. Okay, so as soon as you see the students and avatars' names appear, the simulation will have begun. Good luck, and remember that this is a training simulation, so it's a great opportunity to take risks and stretch yourself.
Thank you.
Before we begin, I have to ask, sorry, last question. What lesson will you be teaching? Are you teaching them something from your own content, or did you pick something from the content provided?
No, it's my own lesson. It's a science lesson.
Okay, fantastic. Just remember that since it's your own lesson, the avatars will have no prior knowledge of the content you're about to deliver. All right, so thank you so much. And again, when you see the avatars' names, your simulation will have begun.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good morning, teacher. Wow, I love your earrings. They're like spirals. I wish I had my ears pierced, but my mom won't let me do that yet.
Thank you, Jayla. Thank you very much. You are so kind. Yes, so we are going to start today, yes, with a science class. Yes, you are ready?
Yeah,
Nina, ready?
teacher,
Will?
I am so ready. This is going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun, and I think I'm going to be great at science.
Yes, I'm sure that you will love it. Emily, I like the way that you are paying attention to same as Carlos. Oh my goodness, you are so good today. So well, right now it's 3:36, so we have to start our science lesson. And this is a new thing. You guys are in 4th grade. So I don't know if you have heard about an animal, and I am going to show you guys a picture. Can you see? Can you see the picture of this animal? Yes, Emily?
Um, is is that a duck? That looks kind of weird.
Yes, it looks weird, right? Because it has like a bill, like a duck. Yes, it is weird. I agree with you. So, yes, Taylor?
Um, uh, okay. All right. It has a bill and it also like seems to be in water. What's that about? I mean, ducks like water, but that's kind of weird.
Yes, this is a real weird animal. And we're going to learn about it today in our science class, and we're going to make a project about it. Carlos, Carlos.
Yeah. I just got a text from my mom. I just have to answer it real
So
quick.
remember, Carlos, that we do not receive texts during class. You have to tell your mom, Mommy, please, no text during the class. Yes, if there's an emergency, she can call to the school.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, or
Okay.
you can provide her with the time where you are um, probably in recess, but we're not
Mm-hmm.
allowed to use phones in the school. You know that, right, Carlos?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Okay, so Carlos, what does this animal look like?
Hmm. Uh. Hmm. It it kind of I agree with I think Jayla said it kind of looks like a duck. Or it's in water and I guess I'm just wondering well mm, I don't really know. I
Yes,
think it's
I
it's um it's it's a land duck. I think it's a land duck. I've never heard of such a thing
land.
before, but you know what? I learn new things from my older sister Kyla all the time, so it's a land duck.
Okay, so Mina, you say it's a land dog. What about you, Will? What do you think is it?
Uh, I don't know.
Well, you
Mhm.
are gonna know this wonderful animal is called a platypus. Can you repeat with me? Platypus.
A platypus.
Platypus. Yes,
Mhm.
platypuses, they live on Australia. So we're gonna learn in this session, in this science one, what is a platypus? And we are going to, and I'm going to write all over right now in the board. So everybody, you're going to copy. Do you think it's a mammal? Do you think it's a mammal? Because I'm going to tell you something. It feeds babies with milk, believe it or not. So the other question I'm going to write here on the board, everybody, pay attention. Is it a bird? Because it has, do you see? A bill like a duck. And everybody knows here in Florida we have a lot of ducks, and this strange animal has a bill like a duck. But don't you think, guys, that it looked like an otter? Hmm? What do you think? Looks like an otter?
I mean, yeah, teacher. It looks like I think you're right. It looks kind of like a what did you say it was again?
An otter.
An
Or,
otter.
yeah.
Yes, I think it looks like an otter. So it must be an otter.
So some people even think that it is a reptile because it lays eggs. So it put eggs, and there's also people think that it's a fish because it's a great swimmer. But
Um,
this is a platypus. So platypus is a name
teacher,
that was originated in Australia. Yes, Emily?
what's a reptile?
What's a reptile? Okay, Emily, we're going to remember. Who can help Emily answering the question of what is a reptile? Somebody. Remember, you're going to get extra points for that.
Oh, I
Who?
can. I can. I know what a reptile is.
Okay.
A reptile, um, a a reptile is a kind of, hmm, it lays eggs. Oh, Emily, a reptile is like a frog.
Well, remember crocodiles and crocodiles are reptiles. Turtles are reptiles. So they are kind of different from amphibians, which are frogs, right, Will? Will.
Oh, uh, mm,
Okay,
uh,
buddy.
so,
Okay, are you with me?
mm-hmm.
Yes, if you are you feeling okay? You want a little bit of water? You can take a little bit of water and then, yes?
No,
Are you
I'm
okay?
okay. Uh-huh.
You're okay. So,
I don't know.
Will, do you agree that reptiles are like frogs? What do you think?
Um, I don't know.
Well, you don't know? Remember, we are in fourth grade. We are in upper elementary. Fifth grade, we need to know all the animal classification. We have mammals, remember, they drink milk. Birds usually have bills and they can fly. The reptiles that lay eggs, and fish that swim. And this strange animal has the characteristics of all of them. But what do you think this animal? Is it a bird, Carlos? Carlitos, what are you doing? Oh,
Oh,
you're writing notes?
I just wanted to scribble a little bit, but it it doesn't have wings, so I don't think it's a bird.
Yes, but look at, I will tell you a story, guys. They're in Australia, they're hunting platypuses because they want to use their bills and they want to use their nails and they want to use the fur.
That's horrible. That's really
Mammals.
sad.
So I will tell you guys, this is the weirdest animal that you can even imagine. So I'm going to ask you guys to take your tablets, your computers, and we are going to investigate in Google right now, what is a platypus? I added in my in my Clever account. Yes, if you look at it, you are going to find out the site. And I want you guys to take 10 minutes to watch the video about amazing platypuses. So you're going to take 10 minutes because afterwards you are going to answer some of the questions that I am going to write right now on the board. Okay, everybody watch the video.
So
And
this
I'm
is
going to start writing the questions.
so this is Nina speaking. Maria, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So we don't have enough time for them to be pretend watching the video for 10 minutes, but if you wanted just to skip to the part where you start to ask them questions, we do have a few minutes left in our simulation if you would like to just go there.
Okay, so we're gonna pretend that they are just finished watching
Mm-hmm.
the video, right?
Yes.
Okay, so everybody listen to the questions. A, you're gonna write in your science notebook the questions. Where do platypuses live? First question. Second question, what do they eat?
Uh, uh Teacher, should we be writing these questions in our notebooks?
Yes, write the questions in the notebooks because then we're going to make a project.
Oh, okay.
We're going to
Okay.
make a project
Good.
about this and you're going to need in your notes, okay? So, B, what do they eat? Good, Nina, I see that you are writing. So remember, the first question is where do platypuses live? Second question, what do they eat? Okay, just keep like a line or two for the third one. What's the name for their nests? And the last one, are platypuses endangered? So I'm going to start with the last one, which is, are they endangered? Who remember from the last session what is an endangered animal? Emily, do you remember what's an endangered animal?
Um, I think it's when an animal is in danger. Like,
In danger or in danger of extinction. Yes, so an endangered animal is an animal which is in danger of extinction. And that is what is actually happening with platypuses. Yes, Jayla.
wait. Oh, yeah. Doesn't that mean, okay, all right. Doesn't that mean that platypuses are in danger of dying? That's really sad. And
That's
I,
really sad.
are we, what, but is anyone gonna help the platypuses?
I know that there's an organization, a foundation over there in Australia, people that are helping, and they are taking care of these animals, because otherwise that will happen like other animals, like the mammoths, like some types of sea lions, like a lot of animals like that they are not here in our planet Earth. That's actually the meaning of endangered. So I want to write this on the board. Endangered. This one. Endangered. That means animals that are in danger of what? Extinction. They are in danger of they can disappear from our Earth. So let's see. Question A. Where do platypus live? That was at the beginning of the video. Will, do you remember where they live?
Uh, I mean, I think platypuses live in Australia.
Excellent. Most of them live in Australia. You can find some of them in some zoos on the United States too, but they live basically in Sydney, Australia. Yes. So what do they eat? They
I
eat
know.
what? Yes, Amina.
Um, okay, wait. I think they eat plants. They eat plants. They obviously eat
They
plants.
eat algae. Algae. So it's not exactly plants, but the little one, the algae. And they eat small fish and something else. Who remember what else they eat from the video that you observed? It starts with an S.
I'm
Shrimp.
so sorry to interrupt. Wow, yeah, platypuses eat
Yeah.
shrimp. That's amazing to find out. But I'm so sorry to interrupt. We were coming up on time, and I wanted to give us some time to reflect. So welcome back. Thank you for participating in that simulation. For the next few minutes, let's just reflect on that experience. So, how do you think the students are feeling?
I think that they were feeling engaged.
Hmm.
Uh, I usually try to when you give them a lot of questions, and when you come up with a topic that they feel really interested, yes, they were. Um, but I love it. Just 5 kids. So it's a small group. I feel
Yeah.
that they were engaged. But I also observed that there were, as always, that it happens always in a class, there were 3 of them that were answering a lot, and the other ones I need like to ask them, and they become distracted. The other one was messaging, the other one was like thinking about other things. Yes. So, but the idea of this is that at the end I am gonna make a project with them, with posters, and they're gonna label, and they're gonna draw, and they're gonna investigate. Yes. So um what I usually want from my students is that they want to learn, and they are so anxious to understand. So this lesson about the platypus is excellent because it's such a weird animal, that gives
Mhm.
you the opportunity to make the kids really interested in the topic.
Okay. In relation to the outcome, which strategies or best practices did you use well?
Um, I will say like open-ended questions to check students' understanding are really good. Um, to make them reflect about their learning. Um, and of course, the content has to be in an engaging way. So uh,
Yeah.
that basically that, yes.
Mhm. So if you had the chance to do this again, what do you think you could improve upon, if anything?
Um, to improve, probably I will. It's difficult here, but I will brainstorm a little bit more ideas for them so they can be more curious. Yes,
Hmm.
and I will probably that thing I will change. And what is also important is when you tell them before to investigate in your homes, please kids investigate about this. So when they come to the class, they are really curious about it. That's another thing, but probably this works more with middle school more than
Okay.
upper elementary. Mhm.
Yeah. And what is one thing you are taking away from this experience that you will use the next time you face a similar situation in real life?
Um, as an experience, I think it's a wonderful experience when having these simulations with students like them. Either way, they were well behaved and they were respectful. Yes, and what is difficult for me is to understand like right now who were the ESE students or if they were 504 students that need special accommodations because with them you have to work a little bit different like with Play-Doh and do different things.
Hmm.
Yes, I wish I could have more information about the students,
Yeah.
but it's difficult in a simulation. Yes.
All right. So we have come up on time, and thank you for participating. Since you chose to record today's session, you will be able to access your video by returning to the immersion portal where you scheduled today's session. Have a great day, Maria.
Thank you. You're going to send this simulation to my professor, Dr. Ospina, right?
Yes. So all recordings will be automatically shared with your professors.
Okay.
All right. Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Have a wonderful day.
You too.